Oh, she disappeared. We'll give a couple more minutes. Let me just share my screen in the meantime. Last lesson you guys were doing, have you looked at if clauses, the conditionals? Have you looked at this? Where is it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. So have a read through while we wait for the others. Have a read through. This is page 133. Have a read through the grammar section under conditional sentences. Okay, this is what we are going to start with. Hello, Singing.
Oh, hello.
You were here and then you disappeared. Who did you choose for your role model last lesson? Who did you say is someone that you look up to? When you're talking about influencers, who would you say is a role model for you? Someone that you like, a celebrity. No? Are you thinking about it? Or you don't really understand what I'm asking you? Singing?
I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking, okay. So Tan said that she really likes Taylor Swift, for example. Who do you like? It's fine if you don't have a role model. That's okay as well.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. Right, I think I was telling Tan that we're going to have a new student joining us today, but I'm afraid we're going to have to start soon. And I want us to start with a little bit of revision of the conditional. So last lesson, you've done a few exercises with the cover teacher on if sentences. So these conditional sentences you use to talk about possible situations and their consequences or their results. And there are three types that we looked at. There is the zero conditional, the first conditional, and the second conditional. The zero conditional, it's very simple. It has present tense in the if clause and present tense in the main clause. Yeah, so the two sentences, first one starts with if, has present tense, second one has present tense as well. First conditional has present tense in the if clause, but then it has a will, a future simple in the main clause. Okay, and then the second conditional has past tense in the conditional clause, in the if clause, and then in the main sentence it would have would. So if I had a lot of money, I would buy a new smartphone, for example. Okay, now I don't want to go through all of them just from the start, but I would like us to start with the zero conditional. So present tense, and I'm going to share with you a worksheet, if you bear with me. Let's see. Okay, so zero conditional. As I said, we have if or when in the clause and the present tense, and then in the main clause you have a present tense. If it rains, the grass grows. Or if you want to switch them around, the grass grows if or when it rains. And the zero conditional is used to talk about things that are always or generally true. So raining is something that happens, so it's a generally true action. And it is also used to talk about scientific facts. The earth is round, for example. Okay, now what I would like you girls to do now is on a piece of paper, I want you to write down numbers 1 to 15 on a piece of paper, or you can open a Word document, whatever works for you, or you can do it in the chat box. And I want you to match the numbers to the letters. For example, 1 goes with C. If I am late for class, my teacher gets angry. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah, I'll give you 7 minutes to do this. On a piece of paper, I'll do it as well. And then we are going to check answers. If you have any questions, I am here. One more minute. You have one left, singing. Number 15. Everything is perfect. That's it. Excellent. Now, can you write one example of a zero conditional that applies to you, or something that you, give me an example. Tan, are you writing the answers on a piece of paper?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Have you almost finished?
Done.
Done, okay. So Singing has sent them to me on the chat. Now, can you read out the answer so we see if we have a matching? 1, C, 2, what did you write, Tan?
F.
Yeah, go on, read all of them.
3A, 4M, 5I, 6B, 7O, 8D, 9E, 10G, 11N, 12H, 13J, 14K, 15L.
Perfect, well done. So what I was asking both of you now is to write a sentence, to type up a sentence on the chat of a zero conditional. For example, if I'm sad, I listen to music. Yeah, something that applies to you or something that you think of. A general truth. If you eat too many sweets, you will feel sick. Sorry, zero conditional. Yeah, you made the same mistake as I did, Tan. We've used the first conditional. I want the zero conditional, so general truth. If you drink water, you are not thirsty, for example. So present, present. Try another one. So with the zero conditional, you want to think about either scientific facts or things that are generally true. So if you put a jumper on, you are not cold. Generally true. If you do bungee jumping, you are courageous, you're brave. Yeah, Singing, you're doing the same thing. This is the first conditional when you use the future. If you heat the food, it will be hot. It's correct. It's not incorrect, but it's not present and present in both clauses. So you can say, if you heat the food, it is hot. Yeah, if you heat up the food. You will need a up, because if you heat up the food, it is hot. I'm going to send this example to everybody. Just heat is a noun. If you want to turn it into a verb, you need to add another word next to it, another preposition. So you have to say heat up. Yeah. Otherwise, you can't just use heat as a verb. It has to be heat up. Okay, let's think about another one, both of you. I want it to be correct. Present and present in both clauses. Yeah, that's perfect. If you are cold, you can wear a jacket. That's it. That's perfect, Tan. If you are cold, you can wear a jacket. Singing, if you clean your car, it becomes clean. Yeah, okay, perfect. Now, let's have a look at the first conditional, the one that we were the one that we were confusing it with. So let me go back to the textbook, just show you an example, first of all. We are reading over here. We use the first conditional to talk about likely situations. For example, if we go by bus, we'll go there on time. So present tense, future tense. And in this situation, you can also use modal verbs with a future meaning. So instead of we will get there, we shall get there, we can get there, we might get there. Okay. So for example, if we collect enough money, we can buy our colleague a present. So that means, Tan, that your answer earlier was still not correct. If you're cold, you can wear a jacket. That can really replaces the will. Yeah. So it's still a first conditional. How you can change is, if you are cold, you are not dressed properly. That's a general truth. So you are cold because you're not dressed properly. You're not dressed warm. Yeah. Okay, so present tense, future, or present tense, a modal verb, shall, can, and so on. Now I'm going to turn to a new page with some practice. Let me share the screen with you. Okay, so here it is. I want you to write down the first 5 sentences, and I'll do the first one with you. If I go out tonight, I will go to the cinema. Okay, so that's the first condition. Can you please have a look at numbers 2 till 6 and type them up in the chat box? Singing, what we're doing now is we're using the first conditional, so the present in the if clause and the future in the second clause, the main clause. And we are typing sentences 2 to 6 in the chat box. I've done the first one as an example.
Okay.
For the number 3, the present tense is not correct, Anne. Have another look at it. And then for number 4, you're missing something. Everything else is correct. Okay, both of you perfect singing, apart from the second phrase. So if we not see each other tomorrow, so if we see each other is the positive. How do we form the negative in the present tense? You both of you have complicated it when it's actually really simple. Don't see, yeah, do not see. That's it. If we do not see each other tomorrow, we will see each other next week. Yeah, do not see or don't see. Perfect. Right. Now, we're going to do 7 to 10, but we're going to do them on the spot, okay? So let's see if we understood the negative. Singing, can you try to do number 7 by speaking?
If the weather does not improve, we will not have we will not have a picnic.
Fantastic. Well done. Very good. Number 8, Tan.
If I don't go to bed early, I will be tired tomorrow.
Very good. Well done. Sing in number 9.
If we eat all this cake, we will feel sick.
Fantastic. And number 10, Tan.
If you don't want to go out, I will cook dinner at home.
Excellent. Very good, girls. I think this one you got it a little bit better. Now, my challenge for both of you is to give me an example of a first conditional, so the same rules, but with both verbs in the negative. Yeah, so very similar to number 7. Can you type it out for me? An example, both verbs in the negative, one in the present, one in the future. one of it is in the negative 10, but the second one isn't in the negative. It does make sense though. If you don't want to eat, you will be hungry. Excellent. But I wanted both verbs in the negative. And then singing, none of yours are in the negative. If I get good grades in school, I will be allowed to go to the party. That's correct, but the verbs are not in the negative. So let's try again, both of you, both verbs in the negative. If the weather does not improve, we don't have a picnic. We won't have a picnic. If I don't get good grades, I will not be allowed. The other way around, Sigrid. But that's perfect. Good comeback. Very good. I will not be allowed to go to the party. And I'll just wait for Tan to finish off as well. Are you still thinking about this, Tan? Are you a bit, you can't think of anything?
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. I think you know how to do it. Let's move on now to the second conditional. Okay, so this is the third form of conditional. It's very simple. We use it to talk about unlikely situations, so things that might not happen. Yeah, we can also use it to talk about the present or the future. And this one has past in the if clause and would and infinitive in the main clause. If I had a lot of money, I'd buy a new smartphone. I would buy a new smartphone. Okay, and very similar to the first conditional, instead of the would, you could use modal verbs in the conditional. Should, might, could. If I knew how to snowboard, I could enter the competition. Yeah. If I were you is more used than if I was you. It is the normal way of saying is I was. However, when we are writing in the conditional, it's very common to say if I were you. If I were you, I'd look for a new hobby. I know this might sound a bit weird, but that's how we actually use it in speaking. Okay, so two things to take away. Past simple in the if clause, would or should, might, could in the main clause. Okay, now let's do a little bit of practice. And promise you is the last grammar bit that we are doing. Second conditional, there you go. Right, so I'll do the first one for you, and then you'll have to complete the rest of them. If I were you, I would or I'd get a new job. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do numbers 2 to 6, just like in the other exercise. Yeah, type up the whole sentences. Think about it, take your time. Past and then would. Were is just for I and you in plural. Yeah, if he was, let's see, I'm looking at both of your answers. So if he was younger, he would travel more, or he'd travel more. Perfect, both of you. Number two, if we weren't friends, I'd be angry with you. It rushed a little bit on that one, Singing. If I had enough money, I'd buy a big house. Perfect, both of you. Number five, if she wasn't always so late, she'd be promoted. Yeah. And if we won the lottery, we'd travel the world. Lottery, not the pottery. Okay, well done. I think you both got it. Now, let's do 7 till 10 together. Let me just get rid of the annotations. Number 7, Tan, can you do number 7?
If you had a better job, we will be able to buy a new car.
We would
We would
be able to buy a new car. Yeah, excellent. So if you had a better job, we would be able to buy a new car. Very good. Number 8, Singing.
If I was speaking perfect English, I would have a good job.
Yeah, you can do the continuous form. If I was speaking perfect English, or you can say if I spoke perfect English. Both of them are correct. I would have a good job. Yeah, number 9, Tan.
If we lived in Mexico, I would speak Spanish.
Very good, excellent. And Singing the last one.
If she passed the exam, she would be able to enter university.
Perfect. Well done, girls. Very good. I know this was a little bit boring, but it was very good practice for you. So now we can do some listening from the book. So let me just go back to the textbook now. We are on page 73, I believe. Page 70. Yeah, page 73. So can you please, both of you, go to page 73 in the textbook? We are going to listen to a recording, and I don't want you to write how many words are missing, but I want you to fill in the gaps. So the first one is already done. And if I don't finish my degree, what will everyone say? Okay, and it has in brackets 5 words. Doesn't matter, I don't care how many words, I want to see the correct filling in the blanks, okay? So track number 40, let me play it for you.
Unit 8. Pronunciation. Exercise 6. 1,
And if I don't finish my degree, what will everyone say?
2,
If you don't do your exams, you don't pass the year.
3,
If I were you, I'd talk to the university.
4. I'm going to play it one more time.
Unit 8. Pronunciation. Exercise 6. 1,
And if I don't finish my degree, what will everyone say?
2,
If you don't do your exams, you don't pass the year.
3,
If I were you, I'd talk to the university.
Okay, Have you managed to finish number 2, Tan?
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell me what you wrote?
If you don't do your exams, you don't pass the year.
Very good. If you don't do your exams, you don't pass the year. Very good, Tan. And the last one, singing, did you get a chance to hear it?
If I were you, I'll talk to the university.
I'd talk to the university. So past and would, the second conditional. I'd talk. Very good, girls. Right, so now we're going to have a look at exercise 8 together. And we need to fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb. First one is already done. If it rains this weekend, I'll go to the cinema. And that's the first conditional. So present in one and future in the next one. I'll give you a couple of minutes to fill it in by yourselves. Think about what type of conditional it is, and then we are going to check together. Almost finished? Yeah, let's have a look. Number 2, what did you write in?
I often spend the day at the beach if the weather is good.
Very good, is good, well done. Number 3, Tan?
If I get home late, I have to make my own dinner.
Excellent. Singing?
I will not go out next Saturday if there is something good on TV.
Yeah, I will not go out, or a shorter form would be I won't, like this. I won't go out next Saturday. Very good. Number 5, Dan.
I will buy some crepes if I get hungry on my way home tonight.
Very good. I'll buy some crisps. And number 6, singing.
If I don't sleep well at night, I'm in a bad mood all day.
Excellent. That applies to me for sure. Or if I don't drink coffee in the morning, first thing in the morning, I'm in a bad mood the whole day. Okay, right. So let me get rid of this. Right. Number 10 is telling us to rewrite the sentences with your own ideas. So, for example, if I lost my mobile phone, I'd go to the nearest police station. I'll give you a couple of minutes to write your own options, and then we are going to check. Okay, girls? I feel like we still need a little bit of time. I'll give you a couple more minutes. Okay, let's try to see what you have, and I'll help you if you need any help. So what would you do, Tan, if you were not busy on Saturday?
I would hang out with my friends.
I would hang out with my friends. Excellent. What would you do, or what are you doing singing if you're not busy on Saturday?
I would go shopping with my family.
Very good. Excellent. Um, what would you do if you were an influencer, Tan?
I will advise people to do good things.
I would advise people to do good things. Excellent. And you singing, what would you do?
I will set a good example.
Very good. Very important. What would you do, Tan, if a TV channel offered you a place on a reality show?
I would refuse their offer.
Good one. Excellent. And what about you singing?
I would reject them.
Very good. Excellent. And what would you do if, well, this one is tricky. What did you write for the whole phrase, Tan?
If my favorite sports team have participated in this competition, I would support them.
Excellent. Participated, ed, yeah, past tense. If my favorite sports teams participated in this competition, I'd support them. What about you singing?
If my favorite sports team won, I'd be very happy.
Excellent. Very good. Very good work, girls. Well done. Okay. Now, the next exercise is going to be on a little bit more grammar that we're going to have to look at first. So how about we take a little break and then we'll come back at 5 past. Okay? I'll see you in a minute. I'm back, if you girls are back as well. Okay. So, girls, we're going to look now at exercise 1 on the next page, what page is this? 73 still. And we need to read these text messages, and we need to decide which person will definitely contact their parents or their friends or family. Okay, so there are 3 different text messages. I'll read the first one, and then you guys are going to read the second one and third. Good luck with your talk, Josh. Thanks. I'll send you a message if I need anything. Sing in, can you read the second message for us?
Keep in touch, Haley. Don't worry, I'll let you know when we get there.
And Tan, can you read the third one?
Safe trip, Olivia. Sure, I'll call you tonight unless we get there really late.
So which one of these people are definitely going to call their friends or family? Is it Josh, Haley, or Oliver? What do you think, Singin?
Josh?
You think Josh? He
Yes.
says, I'll send you a message if I need anything. So only if I need something, I will send you a message. If I don't need anything, I won't send you a message. So it's not a definite. It's not Josh. What do you think, Tan?
Haley?
It is Haley. So I'll let you know. I'll call you. I'll let you know when we get there. So she says when she's going to do it, but she's definitely going to do it. Whereas Oliver, he says, I'll call you tonight unless we get there really late. So if we get there really late, I won't be calling you. Yeah. So if I get there early, I'll call you. If I don't get there early, I won't call you. So the only time where a thing is definite is when we use when. Now, have a look at the rule box and try to fill in with if, unless, or when. Yeah. So what did you write for the first phrase, Tan?
We use when for things we are sure will happen.
Great. And what did you write for the second phrase, Singin?
We use both if and unless for things that will possibly happen, but when generally has the meaning of except if.
Not when. One of these ones. So it's not if, it's unless. Unless means except if. So I will call you tonight, except if I get there really late. When it's not, which I won't be calling you if I get there very late. Yeah, with the exception of if I get there really late. Yeah? Okay, Let's have a look, and we're going to do this one together now. Exercise 3, we need to choose the best option between those words. I'll give you 2 minutes and then we'll go through them together. Okay, right, let's see. Number 1, singing.
I'll go up if I finish this report on Friday.
Yeah, but this one actually, both of them could work, to be honest, because I'll go out when I finish this report on Friday, or if I finish this report on Friday. I can't decide which one is better, but either or. What did you write for this one, Tan?
When
When I finish this report. Yeah, okay. So both of them are correct with this one. Tan, number 2.
I wouldn't be able to write very well if I broke my right hand.
Perfect. Number 3, singing.
We'll miss the bus unless we run.
Very good. Number 4, Tan.
Maya won't play tennis tomorrow if it rains.
Yeah, excellent. Singing.
She can't hear you well unless you shout.
Very good. Well, to be honest, I can't hear people if they shout. I just don't listen to them if they shout. But yeah, unless you shout is good. And Tan?
Jake will give us a lift when he gets home.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Well done, girls. I think you got the idea. And now we're going to go into a bit of listening again. So if you go to the next page, you will have to work in pairs and answer the questions which are going to prepare us for a listening activity. So let's have a look at the questions. How often do you watch videos online? I usually watch YouTube almost every day. Or I watch Netflix or Disney Plus. I love Disney Plus. How often do you watch videos online singing?
Almost every day.
Almost every day. Yeah. What about you, Tan?
Also every day.
Do you have a favorite video channel, Tan?
No.
Not really. What do you usually watch videos on?
On TikTok, YouTube, Netflix.
And what about you singing? Do you have a favorite video channel?
No.
No. What do you usually use to watch videos?
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay. Has any of you ever created your own channel on YouTube or on TikTok? Do you have a channel? No, Tan doesn't have a channel. What about you, Singing?
No.
No, no TikTok? Okay, right. So let's listen to this recording. You will hear a man called Ben Richards talking about how to get famous on YouTube. Before you listen, read the information below and decide what is missing in each space, a number, a date, a time, and so on. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes and then I will play the recording. Okay, I'm going to play the recording. We're going to listen to it once. I'll give you a bit of time and then we'll listen to it twice.
Unit 8. Listening, Part 3. Exercise 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write 1 or 2 words, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a man called Ben Richards talking about how to get famous on YouTube.
Hi, Ben Richards here. About 1 billion people around the world use YouTube. While some people just watch videos, others upload around 300 hours of them a minute. That means that by the time I finish this introduction, there'll be 500 hours of new videos on YouTube. Have you ever dreamt of becoming a famous YouTuber? Here's my advice to help you get started. Do your research. Find out what kind of videos people are into right now by searching for popular on YouTube and then choose your style. Everyone loves watching animals doing funny things. In fact, the first ever video on YouTube was a visit to a zoo. But the ones with the most likes are often music videos. Next, think about how you can make something bigger, better, and different. Something that you and the people you know would like to watch. Your audience will also want to get to know you, so avoid being a clown or a film star. Just act like yourself. Practice making very short, high-quality videos first. Tell your friends about your videos and ask them for their opinion. However, aim to upload at least 10 good ones before letting them know about your channel. You'll need to create a video for this which attracts attention. Make sure you upload new videos with new information at least once a week. Choose a day and let the people who follow you know. To increase the number of people watching your videos, each one should have an unforgettable title and a clear description, but once again, try to be a bit different. Many people give up after 2 or 3 months because nobody's watching. But attracting a large audience takes time, often 2 or 3 years. It's hard work, but definitely worth it.
Easy or hard? So?
A bit hard.
A bit hard, yeah. So we'll play it one more time in a minute. Think about the gaps that you have and what kind of word you need. Is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Is it time, days, weeks? Okay. And I'm going to play it one more time.
Unit 8. Listening, Part 3. Exercise 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write 1 or 2 words, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a man called Ben Richards talking about how to get famous on YouTube.
Hi, Ben Richards here. About 1 billion people around the world use YouTube. While some people just watch videos, others upload around 300 hours of them a minute. That means that by the time I finish this introduction, there'll be 500 hours of new videos on YouTube. Have you ever dreamt of becoming a famous YouTuber? Here's my advice to help you get started. Do your research. Find out what kind of videos people are into right now by searching for popular on YouTube, and then choose your style. Everyone loves watching animals doing funny things. In fact, the first ever video on YouTube was a visit to a zoo. But the ones with the most likes are often music videos. Next, think about how you can make something bigger, better, and different. Something that you and the people you know would like to watch. Your audience will also want to get to know you, so avoid being a clown or a film star. Just act like yourself. Practice making very short, high-quality videos first. Tell your friends about your videos and ask them for their opinion. However, aim to upload at least 10 good ones before letting them know about your channel. You'll need to create a video for this which attracts attention. Make sure you upload new videos with new information at least once a week. Choose a day and let the people who follow you know. To increase the number of people watching your videos, each one should have an unforgettable title and a clear description, but once again, try to be a bit different. Many people give up after 2 or 3 months because nobody's watching, but attracting a large audience takes time, often 2 or 3 years. It's hard work, but definitely worth it.
Okay. Let's see what we have. Number 1. Sing in.
About 300 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute.
Excellent. Well done. Tan.
Videos about music are usually more popular than all other types.
Very good. Number 3, sing in.
People want to find out about the video presenter, so be yourself.
Be yourself. Yeah, excellent. Be yourself. Number 4, Tan.
Make at least 10 videos before telling people about your channel.
Yeah, channel. Excellent. Number 5, sing in.
Make sure each new video has a description which is easy to understand.
Perfect description. And number 6, Tan.
And be patient. It may take 2 or 3 years to become well known.
Excellent. What do you think, girls? Are you decided to become a YouTube channel, YouTuber now? No, Too much hard work? Not interested? Okay. Now, let's see the next exercise. We need to work in groups. Let me just make this a little bit smaller. Your local university wants to create a video to welcome exchange students and visiting lecturers. Talk together about the different kinds of information you could include, the place, the people, activities. So I want you now, not about the local university, but I want you to think about your school. I know you both go to different schools, right? You go to different schools, yeah? Yeah. So think about what you would include about your school in that video to welcome exchange students. So if I had a daughter that was your age and I wanted to send her to Malaysia, what would you put in that video to convince me to send her to your school? Okay, so have a little think about it. And then I want to hear like a minute of you talking about your schools, and then I will decide. I'll tell you which school I'm sending my daughter to. Okay. So think about what does your school have? Where is it? Is it close to something? Is there something in particular that you like about your school? The uniform, the teachers, the variety of clubs that you can do. Okay. I would like to start. Tan, be brave.
My school called SMK Grant, and we have 3 buildings, and the buildings have 4 or 5 floor,
For a big school.
and we have library, and our library have aircon, have computer,
Very important.
and we have a stadium. Every morning we will gather at there, and the teacher are nice.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan. Let's see singing. What about you? What would you include in the video?
My school name is SMGK Perempuan, and my school have 4 blocks. Every blocks have 3 floors, and my school have a library, a hall, and some office,
Some offices.
and the environment is very clean.
Something that you like in particular.
The library has many books that you can read. And the uniforms are beautiful.
Can you describe the uniform?
Our school uniform is a white shirt with a blue pinafore and the teachers are good and are patient.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, girls. I think what sold me from this description is the aircon in the library. So I'm going to go with Tan's school because I'm sure yours has aircon as well. But the fact that you thought about mentioning it, last week in England, there were 40 degrees and it was really, really hot. You remember when I was complaining that our summer is colder than your winter? Last week, it was really hot and it was hard to bear because we don't have any aircon in the flats or houses. So I was going to the swimming pool and to the gym because it had aircon, and I would go to the shop more often than usual because it had aircon. So I understand how important aircon is now. Well done, girls. Okay, now we're going to have a look at page 74, describing people. So you have here a spider diagram, a spidergram, where skin, build, hair, and other. And you have a bunch of words in the box underneath that you need to put next to the correct section. So I want you to spend a few minutes here in your books, fill in all the words in the right place to describe the different kinds of features. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes for this. Okay. Let's have a look together and we can fill in new words if we haven't gone through them. Let's start with skin. What words did you use to describe skin? Tan.
Pale,
Pale, yeah. Anything else?
dark,
Dark, yeah. Anything else? No, you can also use fair. Fair is like light skin, fair skin, light skin, fair. Okay. What did you write for build singing? How someone is built.
Broad shoulders,
Yeah,
good
broad.
looking,
Yeah. Good looking, yeah. What else?
and medium height.
Medium height. There's one more about height there.
Short,
Short, yeah, short. Excellent. Okay. What did you write for hair, Tan?
curly,
Curly, yeah,
long,
long,
short,
short, bald. So no hair, bald. Someone who doesn't have any hair. Okay, now we have a few other words. You have attractive, you know what it is. What is beard? What's a beard? Yeah, facial hair for men, beard. And then what words have we not mentioned? Gray, you can use it for hair. A mustache. Oh, what's a scar? It's like what Harry Potter had, the scar on his forehead. Have you read Harry Potter? No? You haven't? Have you seen the movies? Yeah. So Harry Potter had like a thunder scar, a scar in the shape of a thunder here. Okay, I think we use most of them. Slim goes with build. So thin, slim. And then wavy is with hair, but it's already written. All right, girls. Now let's have a look at exercise 3. I'll get rid of the annotations now. And you need to tell me the opposite of these words. So strict goes with easygoing. What goes with hardworking? What's the opposite of hardworking? Tan.
lazy,
Lazy, that's it, lazy. Well done, lazy. What's the opposite of smart singing?
stupid,
Stupid, yeah, stupid. What's the opposite of noisy, Tan?
quiet,
Quiet. Quiet. Don't confuse it with quite. Quite with the other spelling. Quite funny. Quite tall. Yeah, that's an adjective, and this is this is an adjective as well. What's the opposite of mean singing?
generous,
Generous. Yeah, mean. Yeah, I would say generous. Yeah. The opposite of rude, Tan?
polite,
Polite, very good. The opposite of calm, singing?
anxious,
Anxious, yeah, anxious. And the opposite of confident, Tan?
shy,
Shy, very good. Now, when you are talking about opposites, sometimes you don't have an actual word. Sometimes you need to use one of these beginnings. So for example, un, im, or dis to make things negative, like friendly, unfriendly. And then you have im and dis. I want you to tell me which of these beginnings would work with the following words. Patient. What would work with patient singing? Is it unpatient? Is it impatient? Or is it dispatient? What do you think, Tan?
Impatient.
Impatient. Yeah, well done. Impatient. What about pleasant? How do we make a negative singing?
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant. Very good. Unpleasant. And honest, Tan?
Dishonest.
Dishonest. Very good. Dishonest. And reliable singing?
Unreliable.
Unreliable. Very good. Unreliable. Excellent. Okay. Now, for exercise 5, you need to use full or less to the nouns to make them into adjectives. For example, success turns into successful when to describe someone who has a lot of success. How do we call someone who is usually happy and positive singing? Is it cheerful?
Cheerful.
Yeah. Cheerful. Excellent. Someone or something who looks good. Tani.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, except the Y turns into an I here. Beautiful. Very good. So get rid of the Y and turn it into an I. Someone who likes to help, singing.
Helpful.
Helpful, very good. And the last one, someone who can't help themselves. Tan.
Helpless.
Helpless, very good, helpless. Okay, very good, girls. Now, we're going to read the rules on how to make the adjectives, and we're going to have a look at a couple of examples. Can you please read the first rule in the box for me, Singing?
Adjectives generally go before the noun, and we don't normally use more than 2 adjectives before each noun. A. In my tennis club, there are 2 coaches, very nice. B. My best friend has hair and eyes brown.
Right, so what's wrong with these sentences? Can anyone tell me? Yeah, Singing?
In my tennis club, there are 2 nice coaches.
Yeah, 2 very nice coaches. And the second one?
My best friend has brown hair and eyes.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, Tan, number 2.
When there are 2 adjectives together, we generally put the opinion adjective before the fact adjective. At the beginning of the film, a young handsome man is sitting in a cafe. She is wearing a white beautiful dress.
So when there are 2 adjectives, so young, handsome, we put the opinion before the fact. So the opinion would be a handsome young man. Yeah. She, at the beginning of the film, a handsome young man is sitting in a cafe. How would you change the?
She is wearing a beautiful white dress.
That's it, because the colors and the age is something that it's visible to everybody. But the fact that we find it beautiful and handsome is just an opinion. So the opinion comes first. Okay, Singin, the next one.
When there are two fact adjectives together, we generally put those that describe shape or size before those describing color. E. I've made a new friend with black short hair. F. He lives in a house with a green big garden.
Can you change them into correct sentences now?
I've
So
made a new friend with short black hair.
perfect.
He lives in a house with a big green garden.
That's it. All done. So shape or size before the color. Okay, now we're going to play a guessing game. We are going to describe either someone else in this class, a teacher or lecturer at your college. Now, we can't do that because we all have different teachers. So it's going to be either someone in the class or a famous person that everybody knows. Okay? So how about I start and you have to guess who I am describing? It's hard. Someone. Okay. He is tall and very polite and confident. He is smart and he used to be very important in America. Who do you think I'm talking about? Tall, smart, confident. Yeah, Tan?
A famous person.
Yeah, which famous person?
I don't know.
So he is tall, confident, smart, used to be very famous in America. He still is very famous, but he occupied an important function a few years ago. And he is black. No?
Obama.
Yeah, Obama. I just thought maybe Obama, you definitely heard of him. Okay, now Singing, it's your turn. Think about someone to describe. It's okay if I don't know the person, but think of that Tan should know her or him, or maybe it's her. Maybe it's me.
He is a German pianist and composer, and when he was small, he has difficulties with his hearing, and when he was like about 40 years old something, he was totally deaf, and this person died in 1827.
Wow, that's a good description. Tan, do you know who she's talking about? No? I think I know. Can I try?
Oh,
Is
yes.
Is it Beethoven?
Yes.
The fact that he's German and the pianist, the deaf pianist, gave me the clue, but I didn't know when he died and all that. Well done, singing. That was a good one. Okay, Tan, trick us.
He is brave and very tall. His skin quite dark, and
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
his skin quite dark,
Mm-hmm.
and he is bold. He is very strong and like to smile.
He likes to smoke.
Smile.
He likes to smell.
Happy.
Oh, he smells nice. What do you want to say?
Smile.
S-N-A.
Smile.
Oh, smiles. He likes to smile. I see, smile. Try to say it. He likes to smile.
He likes to smile. Smile.
Smile.
Smile.
Smile.
Smile. Smile.
That's a smile. Very good. He likes to smile. Oh, it's hard. Give us more clues.
He is an actor.
Okay, he's an actor. Likes to smile. Quite dark skin. Do you know singing?
Thinking.
Maybe more clues?
He
I can't guess. You need to give us some easier clues. This is really hard. So he's an actor. Where's he from?
American.
He's an American actor. Sing in us some questions so we can figure it out. We can't hear you. No, you have to give us a bit more clues. I can't tell who you're talking about.
He have muscle.
Oh, American actor with lots of muscles and he likes to smile. What movie did you last see him in?
Jumanji.
Oh, is it The Rock, Dwayne Johnson?
Oh, yes.
Yay! I actually went to the cinema yesterday and I went to see the Minions, Gru. It was really funny. But I think the previous ones were better. What was the last movie you have watched? Tan.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah, recommended?
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Singing? What was the last movie you saw?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, I've seen that one. That was good. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah, well done. Okay, girls. Right, I think we're going to stop here. And I was just considering what homework to give you. And I think it's going to be a description of a person. So I'm going to put it on Google Classroom in a minute. You need, very similar to what we did orally, you need to find a writer or an author or a celebrity of any kind. And I want you to find a photo, put it on a Word document, and then I want you to write a physical description of that person and a personality description. And then you can add some more details about them, like he is an actor, an American actor, he's very strong and brave. But when you're using the personality adjectives, I want you to give an example of why you think they're like that. So for example, Dwayne Johnson is very strong because he goes to the gym every day, for example. Yeah. Or Beethoven was very talented because he wrote music when he was very young. And despite the fact that he was deaf, he managed to create very, very beautiful pieces of music. Okay, right. I'll put the assignment in Google Classroom and then we'll see you girls next week. Okay,
Goodbye,
see
teacher.
you. Goodbye.
Bye,
It was
teacher.
good to see you. Bye-bye.